What is the space between you and the client? It's a dynamic process. So what is transference? Transference is when I see you as somebody else. So transference is a verb. Projection can be for observation. What is countertransference? Countertransference is when your transference evoked my triggers, triggered my triggers, and I am responding to your transference. That is countertransference. So you triggered something in me, and then I became that, and I behave like that. What we're going to talk today is what is this transference and countertransference? Why does that happen? What happens when that happens? And what can you possibly do to stop it? It's an unconscious direction of certain roles, certain emotions, or certain expectations onto someone else. Countertransference is when I respond to your offering. But as a therapist, as a teacher, as a manager, I can also have transference. See, the understanding is the client brings the transference and the therapist participates in countertransference. When you leave your hologram and you assume another hologram, we are getting into role disparity. Well, as long as it's an observation, it's okay. But the moment I begin to act, I have taken the role. We strongly encourage for the therapist to get into self-work. That the moment you elicit something, that hologram which is getting triggered, you hold that for that session and then go and meet your shrink for that. The soul seeks the sense of belongingness somewhere. It seeks meaning somewhere. It seeks home somewhere. And it desperately seeks that. It's unhealthy when I don't have my awareness as a therapist. It's unhealthy when I have my awareness and I begin to manipulate. Well, transference and countertransference is happening all the time. The fact that constellations, matrix, and psychodrama exists is proof enough that transference and countertransference happens. It's because of transference there is resistance in the progress of therapy. So now the therapist wants more time with the client. Now the client wants more time with the therapist. So transference and countertransference can also be a secondary gain. Because if I stop coming here, I don't have any other place where I belong. In the presence of the client, just to be there, holding the space and holding the container. To be okay with everything that they bring without getting triggered. You see, we'll always be on that loop. The question is, can we be aware of that? And can we build healthier relations with better boundaries, assertive communications, respecting each other, and knowing the pitfalls that we fall so that we can rise above?